Some months ago, I spoke from the heart and talked about a personal, no BS confession about going broke. And the response that I got was insane. So today, I'm bringing back the same energy to talk about something I am super passionate about, the financial independence movement. You know, that magical place where you have enough money to tell your boss, thanks, but no thanks, and still live the life you want. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, another guy preaching the financial independence retire early concept. But here's the twist. We're not just chasing early retirement. We're chasing freedom, the freedom to choose, work full time, part time, or not at all. Money is just a tool to achieve that freedom. As for me, my wife and I are in it together now, investing smarter, not harder, and making moves that will build the kind of future we want. So, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I am building my financial freedom with every investment account that my wife and I own, and how you can too, even if you're starting from scratch. So first up, let's talk about solo 401k. And let me tell you, if you're a self-employed or own a business with no employees, this is the holy grail of retirement accounts. Even if you're not self-employed, I want you to listen to this because I own one and I feel this is an incredible way to grow our money. Why? Because I get to wear two hats, both the employer and the employee, which means I can double dip on contributions. It's like getting two slices of pizza when everyone else is stuck with one. Since I'm my own boss, I get to contribute as an employee up to $23,500 in 2025 or 100% of my compensation, whichever is less. There's a huge tax advantage because these contributions are in Roth, which means that I'm gonna have this account grow tax-free while stacking up my retirement savings. But wait, there's more. Since I'm also the employer, aka still me, I can kick in up to 25% of my compensation on top of that. For example, if I earned $100,000 in net earnings, that's another $25,000 straight into my solo 401k as an employer. So in total, I can contribute up to $70,000 towards my retirement in 2025. So that's $23,500 as an employee and another $46,500 as an employer. And if you're between 50 and 59 or 64 and older, the IRS will let you add an extra $7,500 as a catch-up contribution, bringing your max to $31,000 as an employee. But if you're between 60 and 63, you can unlock the super catch-up contribution of $11,250, which bumps your total to $34,750 as an employee. Basically, this is IRS's way of telling us you're getting closer to retirement. So here's a little extra runway, but don't blow it all on a boat just yet. Now, let's talk about my wife's accounts. She has a state pension plan, and it also comes with a 457B plan. That is the governmental 457B. If you're not familiar, a 457B is similar to a 401k, but with one major advantage. You can withdraw the money penalty-free before age 59 and a half if you leave your job. Here's the thing. Her employer matches up to 100% of 17% of her contribution. So it's like getting a 17% raise just for saving for retirement. On top of that, she can buy back up to 5 years of retirement time using her 457B plan. Let me translate that. If she works 25 years, the state treats it like 30. That's not just early retirement. It's like time travel. How cool is that, right? But you may ask, what's the difference between 457B plan and a 401k plan? Well, both are solid ways to save for retirement, and they're both employer sponsored. They're like distant cousins, but with their own quirks. The 457B plan is mostly for employees like teachers, firefighters, and city workers, while a 401k is what you'll typically find in the private sector company that is for profit. Both let you save up in contributions, but retirement isn't the only thing we're saving for. There's another financial tool that is just as powerful, if not more. See, most people use it for co-payments and prescriptions, but what it can actually do is build you a tax-free fortune. So what exactly is a health savings account? Well, HSA is like a magical bank account that lets you save money tax-free for all those, oh no, I need a doctor moments. And it's basically your financial sidekick for healthcare expenses. And the IRS actually wants you to use it, which doesn't happen very often. So go ahead and take the win. And here's how it works. You put money into an HSA before taxes, meaning the IRS does not take a cut. In other words, it's free money. What's in there, it grows tax-free. And when you use it for medical expenses, you don't get taxed on withdrawals either. It's the triple tax advantages, like a secret cheat code for adulting. So Here's what my wife and I do. We make a maximum contribution each year. And in this case, for the year 2025, it's $8,550. It's tax-free in, tax-free growth, tax-free out for medical costs. We do not touch the money we pay into it. We use our cash reserve to pay for any medical expenses so that money in our HSA will continue to grow tax-free. And here's where the magic happens. After 65, it morphs into a retirement account for anything. So let's say when I turn 70 and I suddenly have this urge to get a Lambo, and I can withdraw from my HSA funds, pay ordinary taxes, and boom, I'll be cruising. I don't really want a Lambo, but it just sounds cool when I said it. And you can check out the detailed video I did on the HSA linked in the description below. Now, what I'm about to share with you is a financial power move that most people don't even know about. It's like finding a secret level in a video game that takes you weeks to beat. Like that one time when it took me almost a month to beat the level jump in Super Mario Wonder. I almost broke my controller from that one level. If you haven't tried it yet, you need to check it out. But anyway, you see, most people are familiar with traditional IRAs and Roth IRAs, but did you know that you can use them for a backdoor Roth IRA conversion? Here's how it works. You contribute to a traditional IRA, which has no income limits, and then convert it to a Roth IRA. Why? Because both IRAs have income limits, but this backdoor method lets us bypass those limits. It's a bit of a loophole, but it's completely legal. And the best part, all the growth in the Roth IRA is tax-free. I taught my wife about this when we first got married, and now each of us converts $7,000 a year, which makes it a total of $14,000. And let me tell you, convincing her to do this was far easier than convincing her to let me buy a new 100-inch TV. I'm gonna get that 100-inch TV one day. But here's where things get interesting. Our taxable brokerage account is the wild card. No contribution limits, no withdrawal rules, just pure liquidity. Think of it like the choose your own adventure of investing. We contribute what we can and primarily invest in growth and aggressive growth index funds, as well as some individual funds or individual stocks that we believe in the long term. Now, here's the strategy. This account is our financial bridge, which covers us until we can tap into retirement accounts penalty-free. Retire at 50, this keeps the cash flowing while our 401ks and Roth IRAs keep compounding. It's like the Swiss Army knife of investing, versatile, reliable, and always ready when you need it. But keep in mind, Uncle Sam gets a cut when you sell because the IRS never misses a party. I'm going to talk more about the FIRE strategy with a taxable brokerage account in the future, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't done it already. Now, here's a game changer for parents saving for college. The 529 college savings plan is not just for tuition anymore. Thanks to new laws, we can now roll up to $35,000 of leftover funds into our daughter's Roth IRA, basically turning her college savings into an early retirement boost. Think about it. If she gets a scholarship, we don't have to stress about overfunding her 529. Instead, we pivot that extra cash into a retirement account where it can compound for decades. It's like sending her future self a time capsule full of tax-free growth. We did the math on this. If she starts maxing out her Roth IRA at the age of 16, she would have about $3.7 million in tax-free money by the time she retires. And before you say anything, it's adjusted by inflation with an average of 2.5% annually. I had to say that because I know some of you will cry about it in the comment section. You know, if you don't believe my calculations, just go to firesetcha.com/resources to use my compound interest calculator for absolutely free. And who knows, by 2040, college might just be a YouTube subscription or some AI-powered brain chip. If she ends up not needing the 529 college savings plan, I can change the beneficiary to anyone in my family tree. Yes, even my in-laws. But no matter what, this strategy gives us options. It's a hedge against uncertainty, a financial backup plan, and honestly, one of the most underrated wealth building tax out there. And lastly, the UTMA account is our money hack for generational wealth. It's like a mini investment portfolio for our daughter with zero trust fund drama. No expensive lawyers, no endless paperwork, just straight up investing for her future. Here's the kicker. When she turns 18, the account is all hers. We're loading up with stocks and ETFs designed to compound for decades. So by the time she's an adult, she's got a serious financial head start. Will she use it wisely? Absolutely. I've been teaching her how to manage her money by getting her a debit card since she was 7 years old. She understands what a stock is because I taught her that Roblox is a public company, and when you buy a share of that company, you become a very tiny shareholder of Roblox. That gets any young kids to get excited about the stock market. Roblox. And the most important thing out of all this is financial education. I'm teaching her not to be fearful of money, but to learn to use it as a tool so that she can one day achieve financial freedom. At the end of the day, it's not just about retiring early. It's about having that power to choose. Financial independence means never being trapped, never answering to a paycheck, and never living on someone else's terms. Whether you want to retire at 40, 50, 60, it doesn't matter. Build a legacy or just have the freedom to walk away from anything that doesn't serve you. That's what this is all about. So keep pushing, keep investing, and keep making moves, because the sooner you take control, the sooner you win. And trust me, you want to win. Let me know in the comment section down below what accounts you own. And this has been another beast of a video, and I hope you got a lot out of it.